Okay, the second step in the exercise is to create a new supplier for this exercise. Suppliers are created in the partners module, so I head over to partners and then over to suppliers over here. I can see that there's already a couple of suppliers in the system, but to create a new one, I click on New. So the first thing you want to enter is, of course, the name of the supplier. Our supplier is called Dennis Supply Inc. The reference field, you can put information just for reference, like recommended by OCP. The supplier type should be external. External are all suppliers that do not use UniField. And as this is a local supplier, he will not use UniField. Over here we can select if it's a customer also or just a supplier. In our case, just a supplier. The language will define the language for the documents we'll generate for the supplier. As this one speaks English, we'll use MSF English. Zone is national and it should be active. The last field here is the order creation mode, which will basically tell the system how you want to create the orders for the supplier. Read the explanation in the PDF to get a more detailed information on what this means, but we'll select for now requirements by order, which will mean that each IR will create its own PO. Good, now we've filled in all the header fields and can move on to the next fields. So in the tab General, we can add the address. So the street is Main Road 13 in 90210 and the city is Bamako and the country is Mali. If I type in Mali in any field with the magnifying glass, it will give me propositions for what is possible. So I'll select Mali, no federal state necessary. The phone number is 08765432212. And the contact name is Robin. Title would be Sir, and he is the super service person. Okay, so now I've filled all the information in the first tab. Let's move on to the next tab, Field Orders and Purchases. Here I can see that I have to define the default currency for purchases. As this is a field with a magnifying glass, I just click on the magnifying glass to see the options that I have in the system. This supplier uses only US dollars, so I select US dollars for the purchase currency. The field order default currency should always remain as euro because that's the internal one. We can enter a lead time, which is basically the time that every order will need in days from order to delivery. This supplier doesn't have one, so we can move on to catalogs. We don't have any, no claims yet, but accounting. For accounting, we have to fill in the account receivable and the account payable for the supplier. So just click on the magnifying glass and look for 12,680 other receivables and click on the line to select it. For account payable, same thing, you click on the magnifying glass and then you select 15,600 trade payable. I think now we've entered all the information, so we can save the supplier for our exercise. Great, so now we've created the supplier and can use him in the exercise.